Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this beautiful Friday, October 16th. Actually, a little bit windy and cloudy, but we'll take it. Right?
Cooler.
It's October.
Nice and cool.
It's October. It's cool, and there's no Cardinals to watch or anything like that, so it's just fine. This will work. That's, if you couldn't tell, Lucas Vaughan is here. Lucas is here. It's our weekly Take the Points edition, the sports show where we're going to take a look at the NFL today. Maybe take a little bit of a look at college football. Maybe wrap up the NBA and how the betting went on that. How much betting did you do on the NBA this year?
I did none.
None. You won just the same amount as I won.
I did none on that.
I did none as well. We might talk a little bit about that. And then Major League Baseball has got about a week and a half left, and we're going to talk about that too. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. And what is going on in your neighborhood today? Well, I got a bunch of stuff going on this weekend. This first one has been going on for a week or two already up there north of Dietrich at the St. Paul Lutheran Church. They're continuing. I guess they haven't had to harvest it yet. The corn maze and scavenger hunt. I believe this is the last weekend of it. They're probably going to take it down on Sunday or Monday, because this will run through Sunday evening, and then I suspect Monday it's coming down. The St. Paul Lutheran Church corn maze and scavenger hunt, located 3 miles north of Dietrich, and it starts at 6 o'clock tonight, runs till 10. 3 o'clock tomorrow, runs till 10, and then on Sunday, noon to 6 o'clock. $3, make that $5 per person to get in. Children under age 5 are free. Bring a flashlight for evening hours. If you want more information, by all means, give them a call at 217-821-7148. Also tonight up there in Effingham County, Tuscan Hills Winery, it's the Dickey James Band, no relation. Come out to the Tuscan Hills Winery, enjoy a fall evening listening to some blues music by the Dickey James Band at 7 o'clock. Dickey James, he's an American blues treasure. They'll play songs from, they'll play Chicago blues, Memphis blues, Mississippi blues. He's a regular on Beale Street in Memphis and has performed at the Rum Boogie. Have you been to the Rum Boogie in Memphis?
All of the stuff that you just said, I've done none of or heard. So,
no kidding.
Yeah,
You've been to Memphis?
No, I haven't not even been in Memphis.
All right. Well, then,
none of this stuff you said it relates to me at all.
A church, a corn maze, a scavenger hunt.
I don't even like rum.
Blues. Well, I won't ask you anymore.
Yeah, leave me out of this part.
I'll quit asking you questions. Memphis blues as well as Mississippi Hills Country Blues. That's when they play on the National Steel. He's a regular on Beale Street and has performed, like I said, at the Rum Boogie, Mr. Handy's Blues Hall, and at the 152 Club. I've been to all three places, so it'll be a good show. One other thing going on in Effingham County tonight. It's the 4th annual Buckin' for Wishes Rodeo. That's going to be over there at the Effingham County Fairgrounds over in Altamont. They're excited to partner with Rafter 7P Rodeo Productions, bringing the 4th annual Rockin' for Wishes Buckin' for Wishes Rodeo, bull riding, barrel racing. They're going to have food, beer vendors all over the place on site, available from 4 o'clock to 10 o'clock tonight. Games and face painting for the kids, as well as the air evac, helicopter, fire truck, and police car displays. I don't think they're wanting folks to go for the rides, but it is a rodeo, so you just never know what might end up happening. Tickets are available all over the place, and also at the gate. Now, all the proceeds of this do go to Make-A-Wish, Illinois. So that's an outstanding charity. Go help them out over in Altamont at the Buckin' Rodeo over there. In Fairfield on Saturday, I got a few items on Saturday. This will be a good time. They planned this last March. This was going to be, I want to say March 24th or 28th or something like that. It was going to be the big old street bash to help pay for renovations at the Fairfield Elks Club. Well, it's back on now from noon until close, which would be about 10 o'clock. The Elks needs renovations, and what a better way to raise money than to throw a bash in the street. This is an outdoor party. They're going to be starting off at noon with a single elimination bags tournament. Now, I know that you know what I'm talking about.
Now, that stuff, you're more in my ballpark, right?
I figured I was getting closer. You were outside all weekend long.
Yeah.
I'll ask you more about that. As we talk about competition, he was in one all weekend long.
Well, one day at least.
One day. So yeah, we'll get to that here in just a minute. Bags tournament in the street. By the way, that's $50 a team, but the winner takes all. Well, no, winner doesn't take all. It's 50-50, and they're going to have the winner receives half. So the other half goes to the club. That's a great way to raise money. Food's going to be on site all day long. And then the big show at night, Nashville recording artists Ben Nation and Dylan Wolf setting up in the street from 8 p.m. to midnight. Well, I hope they're set up by 8 p.m., but the show is going to be a great one. You don't want to miss it. It's $10 to get in, and donations are welcome. They hope to see everybody there. Of course, you'll be out in the streets. You'll be able to social distance, wear your mask, do all kinds of things. So that's pretty cool. Also on Saturday in Jeff, the Hope Ministries Food Pantry will be putting on they'll be giving away food on Saturday from 9 to 11. This is a drive-through distribution, so make sure you keep that in mind. At the Ballard Nature Trail Center, this also in Altamont on Saturday. It's a self-guided trail with chicken fun at the Ballard Nature Center with a book by their own educator, Karen, with fun activities along the way. Learn lots of amazing facts about chickens and their wild relatives, in, for example, turkeys. I hear you giggling over there.
I mean, you should go learn about that stuff. I just care how they taste. I don't need.
Did you cook chickens this weekend? Was that part of the deal?
No.
I didn't know if that was
chickies.
I didn't know if that was
There were some chicken wings there cooked by a team.
But as part of the competition, or
just as
for themselves?
General foodstuffs.
There you go. That makes sense too. One other thing, speaking of general food stuff, big old pork burger sale tomorrow on at the Alex Atwood Country Financial Lot in Sisney. S&M Farm Supply in Alex Atwood donating everything for the sale. All proceeds go to the North Wayne Christmas for Kids. Pork burgers will be available starting off at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning. So keep all that stuff in mind. What national days are going on this weekend, or today anyway? Today, each year, on the third Friday in October, it is National Mammography Day. National Mammography Day. This joins in the National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. For every 1,000 women who have a screening mammogram, 100 will return for additional mammograms to see if something was seen. 22% will find what was seen in the imaging is likely not cancer, return 6 months. 5 out of the 1,000 will be diagnosed with breast cancer. So it's really something you need to do if you're a woman, and if you haven't had your mammogram lately, you really need to start doing that. It's a preventative mammogram is the last line of defense. Today's mammograms offer a more vivid detail of tissue. Baseline mammograms are provided around the age of 35 unless family history indicates sooner. And this provides a comparison view for your physician should something develop later on down the line. Women aged 40 or more are recommended to receive a yearly preventative mammogram. So keep that in mind for your every day. You just need to make sure you stay safe. Also, by the way, National Mammogram Day was proclaimed on this date in 1993 by President Bill Clinton. This is Global Cat Day. Global Cat Day raises awareness surrounding non-lethal feline programs around the country more than any other shelter animal. Cats and kittens face euthanization at a much higher rate. However, programs such as Trap, Neuter, and Release TNR make it possible for cats to live full and healthy lives right in our neighborhoods. Do you know who started the Global Cat Day?
Alf.
Alf?
Alf.
Well, Alf would have eaten the cat. Alf didn't like cat.
He needed a day.
Yeah, Alf would have eaten. This was actually started by Alley Cat Allies.
Okay.
And they started it as National Feral Cat Day. They started that back in 2001, and in 2017, they changed it to Global Cat Day, because I'm guessing that people probably didn't know what feral meant. Do you know what feral means?
It means on its own, wild. There you go.
Yeah, wild on its own. But a lot of people don't know it. Yeah. No offense. No. I wouldn't have known what it meant if my wife hadn't told me. Whenever we got one. Whenever we tamed one.
You a feral cat?
We have more than one. So, yeah, it's they say that you can't tame a feral cat. Probably right for the most part, unless you're tremendously patient. And somebody in my family was tremendously patient. And the dogs didn't eat them.
Good for it, I guess.
I'm all for it. This is more fun. This is National Liqueur Day. Historically, liqueurs descend from herbal medicines prepared by monks in Italy as early as 800 years ago. These often bitter herbs were steeped and sweetened with sugar to make them more palatable for the monks' patients. The potency received a restful boost from alcohol. Received a restful boost from alcohol as well. Some of your liqueurs that I didn't realize were actually liqueurs. Jägermeister, you kind of know it is. Bailey's, the rum, that's a liqueur. Malibu, I thought that was a rum.
I did too.
But it is actually liqueur. And Cointreau is, it's
orange liqueur.
Yeah, you're getting into, you're not quite into cognacs and stuff with Cointreau, so. Right? It's kind of a taster, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
A lot of times, I don't think people drink liqueurs on their own. I think
normally they're mixes.
Liqueurs are mixes as opposed to like liquors, which people just drink straight up. Yeah. What is on television? What do you want to see on TV, ladies and gentlemen? Major League Baseball, Game 5. We're going to talk about baseball a lot more. Game 5 in the NLCS, the Dodgers versus the Braves. That's tonight on Channel 610 at 8:08. ALCS, if necessary, in the American League, 5:07 tonight. Tampa Bay Rays at the Houston Astros. That's on Channel 632. TBS. And finally, NCAA football, a big doubleheader. Actually, not that big. Couple of ranked teams going, though. The SMU Mustangs are in Tulane, taking on the Green Wave. That's on ESPN at 5 p.m.
That's a highly underrated mascot as far as I'm concerned, by the way.
The Green Wave?
Absolutely.
They have a great mascot. They do have a nice mascot, yeah. Mustangs are there, and then that'll be followed up by, the Cougars are going to win this game.
Really?
BYU at Houston.
Yeah, I bet a Cougar wins.
That's at 8:30. Hey, that's Lucas. We're going to talk sports right after this word. You do. Please stick around. Back after this.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basementy experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basementy experts.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Guten Tag, Damen und Herren. Willkommen back to Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. That is a Lucas Vaughan. This is our Take the Points edition of the big show. Today we're going to talk a little bit of gambling on football and on baseball. Might mention a little basketball. Might mention a little hockey. Who knows what we'll get to? As the Blues made some news. Free agency started this weekend
Who'd they
in
get?
hockey. Blues made some news in who they lost.
Didn't they sign that Krug kid out of Boston?
They signed the Krug out of Boston, that Torrey Krug,
Yeah.
who apparently, as I recall, made a hit or two in the Stanley Cup final that nobody was appreciative of.
Yeah, I remember the kid during the final, and he was good. I mean, he played well.
Yeah, he was pretty good. The problem is they lost Alex Pietrangelo, and it was kind of a very strange deal how they lost him, because they were negotiating with him for days and weeks, I guess, and they kept going to a deal that they thought he would like, and he would turn it down because he wanted to go free. He wanted to test the free agent waters, right? So they offered him 8 years at $64 million, right?
Wow.
So it's $8 million a year, which is just for the next 8 years. He's 30 years old, and this would take him to age 38. He's already finishing up a $48 million contract, so he's going to be living okay.
Sure.
He turns that down, and this is the night before free agency. He turns that down. So free agency starts, and the Blues, they don't know what to do. They don't know where they are with Pietrangelo, and so they go ahead and sign Krug without telling they gave Alex Pietrangelo's money to Krug. And Krug says, hey, or Pietrangelo says, hey, I was just kind of wanting to see what other people were offering. You could have waited around. And the Blues said, we really couldn't wait around, because if
See you later.
Because if Krug was gone and you decided you were going to go to Vegas, which he did, and he ended up making it's a 7 years, $60 million. So he got a little bit more average annual for
Right.
one fewer year. So I don't know. It's just kind of an odd deal. Each of them were stepping. It's like they were all stepping on each other's coattails or something. All the
Sounds
way
like
through.
there's some communication lacking in that whole process.
There sounds like you're right. It sounds like there were a lot of folks maybe not paying as close attention as they should have.
I don't think they were on the same page.
There you go. But Alex Pietrangelo is now a Las Vegas Golden Knight, and the Blues have gotten Krug in to replace him. Some of the questions are, who's going to be the new captain? See, he was the captain. That's the thing. He's the first one. He was the first person to hold up a Stanley Cup for the Blues.
Give it to one of the kids.
Do you think so?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Tarasenko has been an assistant captain, and Alexander Steen's been an assistant captain. Now, I don't know if they're going to keep Steen. He's not signed yet. So.
Yeah, but Tarasenko will be around, so he's the obvious
Tarasenko's
choice.
signed.
Yeah, he's the obvious choice.
He's a good choice. I think he'd do a great job. He has occasional English troubles.
Don't we all?
Language trouble. So they're speaking of communications. But that's cool. Hey, are you watching the baseball?
I'm not watching a lot of it. I'd like to lie to you and tell you I was, but I'm not. The teams in it, Houston doesn't interest me. The Dodgers don't interest me.
Padres being knocked out, they were fun to watch.
Yeah, Tampa Bay does a little bit. But honestly, the teams are just like, I don't care. So
it's actually, Lucas, the baseball's been really entertaining. If you're just into it for a purist, and that's the thing, there are fewer and fewer baseball purists in the world now than there were 50 years ago or 20 years ago. But I've been watching the baseball every night. Last night was kind of a snooze. You
mean after the first inning?
I'm sorry. I meant to say Wednesday night.
Yeah. Wednesday night. Because, all right, now I got to tell, we're shooting the show on Thursday afternoon, so we don't know if that Tampa series is actually going to be going on Friday. The Dodger series is for sure going on Friday. The Tampa Houston series is not. Dodgers hadn't been able to score until about 7 innings into the game game 2. Yeah.
And they were down 8-0, brought it all the way back to 8-7, and were unable to catch up on game 2.
And then kept going.
And then they kept going in inning one. So is momentum a thing in baseball like that? Is that what you have?
Not to an extent. I think the issue was the starting pitcher for the Braves was a no name.
Yeah.
And they just hammered him. They just hammered. They're going to get back into their good starting pitching, and they're not going to score 11 in them. I write that down. They won't score 11 in the first.
Seeing as that was the first time it ever happened in like 2,000 ball games or 1,000 postseason games. But yeah, you're probably right. Now,
I don't know if you remember this, but when we started all this came back, we made a prediction of who was going to be in the Super Bowl or the World Series.
Yeah.
You don't remember who mine was?
No.
Really?
No.
Tampa Bay and the Braves.
Oh, was it really?
I don't know, but probably.
I'll have to grab the sheet. I've got the sheet in the other room. I'll grab the sheet here before next week's show. Since you brought it up, I'll probably go grab it here in the commercial break, just so we can know because I know mine.
I know I had the Rays, and I know I had the Braves in there. I just don't know how far they went out.
We'll see how. We'll take a look at that. That's interesting. I hadn't thought about that. But yeah, the Rays. Ladies and gentlemen, even though Houston won on Wednesday night, the Rays look outstanding.
They got a great center fielder. I wish we could have a guy like that.
Oh, you'd think we could. The Cardinals
maybe we could develop a guy like that, keep him around a little bit. But no, they're a fine team.
I saw some guy. I don't like reading the loudmouth yappers on Twitter, but somebody said gave Rosarena's stats and
which are gaudy,
which are really really good, and compared to O'Neal and Bader and the rest of them, and then they said, how does John Mozeliak still have his job? And I thought, well, he also helped put together the 06 and 11 teams, and they've had some success.
The success in the last 20 years for the Cardinals is pretty good.
Success has been pretty solid. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to start talking a little college football after we check this World Series thing, because now I'm really kind of
curious myself.
Intrigued.
We need to have a bulletin board where we post those things.
I could.
We got to keep the women's exercise class with Dr. Brittany Hosselton up there. So
that's right. She's a sponsor.
Well, is it still going?
I don't know.
Back in March.
That might be back in March. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Back right after this. Stick around.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Scheid Diesel Service Company is your anything diesel full service center and fuel injection shop. Scheid Diesel offers the quickest turnaround times to get you back on the road. Scheid Diesel can service any diesel engine from agricultural, construction, heavy-duty truck, and automotive. Let Scheid rebuild your pump, injectors, or turbos. Need custom fuel lines? Scheid has you covered. With a drive-in service, they offer a variety of services, including oil changes, engine rebuilds, DOT inspections, and DPF cleanings. For unmatched quality, think Scheid Diesel Service Company. Anything diesel. Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get ahead of the game at Carter Athletic Academy, where the goal is to transform you into the best young athlete you can be. Train for top performance in football, volleyball, soccer, baseball, and softball. Professional private lessons and clinics are always available with Carter Athletic Academy's expert training staff. Carter's exclusive Hit Track system brings skill development as well as exciting gameplay to batting cages. Plus, the Academy is the perfect spot for your special event or celebration. The Carter Athletic Academy in Fairfield. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we've found. Do you want to give these, or you want me to give these?
Go ahead.
All right, we found. I am not doing well here on these, am I? And it looks like we still has a chance, but. We have found the picks that we made.
This was pre-COVID, I believe.
No, this was after COVID.
Was
this
it?
This was the end of July. This was pre-season.
Oh, okay, so that was before they started.
It's before they started playing.
All right.
But it was after the COVID.
Okay.
I mean, so yeah.
I couldn't remember what we did
because
that.
we did have I think now hold on a second, because we didn't have all the we only had 5 teams. So this is last March.
I think it was.
That's impressive. Because, ladies and gentlemen, Lucas has the Braves in the World Series.
Yeah, so I'm close. I got a chance at least.
You have a chance. Jamie, we'll get to Jamie in a second.
Yeah, no kidding.
Louise has the A's versus the Dodgers in the World Series. I didn't mention you have the Braves versus the Angels, knocking off the Angels. So you still have a chance.
I was wrong with the Angels.
I had the Twins versus the Brewers.
Mm-hmm. I think they both made the playoffs, so that's all
They
enough.
both make the playoffs. So that's pretty good. We'll have to keep this because we do have the Cy Young winners on here and the AL MVPs in National League, and I don't think we're going to get any of them right.
No, I was looking at that list. I didn't think so either.
I don't think we'll get any of the. No, I don't think we'll get any of those right. But what do you do? Jamie Hodges, ladies and gentlemen, preseason
has a chance.
Picks the Rays versus the Dodgers to make the World Series, actually he's got the Braves up there winning the division too.
Yeah.
So he had 3 out of. Well, check that. He had 4 out of 6 division winners. That's pretty good.
He did nice on that.
So let's stick that on the wall.
We'll keep that over here, and I'll put it up there.
Make sure we do put that up there. All right, let's start college football. Let's go to college football. I hesitate to ask, what were your impressions of the last weekend of college football? Did you see anything you enjoyed or any patterns developing?
Besides me losing, if that's a developing pattern,
we didn't do well in college football. We've been cruising along, ladies and gentlemen, and we did not do tremendously well in college football this year. But Mississippi State disappointed. They disappointed me, but I went ahead and I'm riding them again this weekend. But they were disappointing.
Their offense is it's not pretty currently.
They had one great game. So you see Mississippi State knock the tar out, score 44 points against LSU, and then, of course, that was the first game of the year. Everybody else they've now seen the tape.
Yeah, and they can't. Right now, the last two games, their offense looked horrible.
Alabama missing Nick Saban this week.
Yeah.
What do you think that makes a change with the team, or how does that affect the Crimson Tide?
Is a little, but not a lot. I mean, teams like Alabama have so many assistant head coaches and assistant coaches and defensive coaches and offensive coaches, and they don't have the one head guy, but they still have all the other coaches in place.
Yeah.
So I don't think it makes that big of a difference in the game.
Sarkisian's going to be he's going to step down from the upstairs, come down to the sideline, and I don't know if he's going to. I think he's going to continue to be a play caller.
Yeah, and he's been a head coach in the past too, so it's not like it's a new guy.
And it's not like he has been a head coach where there's a little bit of pressure.
Exactly.
I mean, he was a head coach at USC.
Right.
Granted, the pressure got him at USC, but for him it'll be about a week or two game. But the thing is, they're playing their number one rival in the SEC,
Georgia.
They're playing the Georgia Bulldogs, who are they had one kind of slow game early, but they've been coming on pretty hard.
Yeah, they look solid.
Had a slow half. Let me rephrase that.
They got a good solid defense. Their offense is not caught up to the defense right now yet, I don't think, but they just look solid.
What was the big game last weekend that made the most impression on you?
Well,
Texas losing to Oklahoma?
Texas-Oklahoma. I mean, that game right there, that was one that I had penciled or earmarked as being a high-scoring game, close game, and it lived up to that. Yeah. I mean, it took overtime to hit the over. Thank you very much.
Like four of them, right?
Yeah, but no, the over hit. It scored 115 points in the overall game, and Oklahoma comes out with a victory. Texas' defense is just not good. So
Texas defense just not good. All right. Tell you what, let's do. Let's take a quick break, and we'll come back. We'll give you the rundown of how we did last week in college and what we're picking for this week, and then we'll move to the NFL next. How about that?
Got
work for you?
Yes, sir.
Stick around right after this. Giving away free money.
Free to somebody.
Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. That's Lucas and Vaughan. Take the points edition here of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. And all right, we didn't do well last week. Let's put the what did we do in the college last week?
We'll put the carnage behind us now. Just get it all out there. So going in college, we were 19-11. Okay. We were rolling real good.
Smooth ride.
We went 3 and 5.
Makes
so
us 22
and 16 in college now.
Tightens it up a little bit.
Yeah, it does. There were a couple games in there that we were really close on hitting. One possession each way, and we'd have a lot better week, but didn't get there.
What do you do?
So, what do you want to go over? You want to go with the bets or just go into the next?
Let's go into next week.
Okay. Fine with that.
Other than that, hold on. Do tell folks we did well on Super Dogs.
That is true. That is
3
true.
out of 4 Super Dogs.
3 out of 4 Super Dogs hit. The one that didn't hit, Weeze had Virginia Tech +4, didn't get. But Bruce's Georgia Tech +5 hit. Jamie's Boston College +6 hit, and my Kansas State +8.5 hit.
How about that?
So yeah, 3 of 4 Super Dogs hit, which is a real nice hit there.
That's a nice day.
So I mean, if you want to say it that way, we were we're 3 and 5, and then 8 and 6.
6 and 6.
6 and 6. There you go.
Yeah.
So
math.
Yeah, math's hard.
All right, what are you taking this week?
All right.
So let's give us Jamie and Weeze since they're not here.
All right, Jamie and Weeze. We're going to start with Weeze just because this is a Weeze thing. Obviously, Weeze is going to bet the Georgia State, Arkansas State under 72.5. I mean, if that's not a Weeze thing, I don't know what is.
He's betting an under on that?
He thinks 72.5, which is a big number.
Ladies and gentlemen, one thing you should learn about college football, you don't bet the under.
Yeah.
Because it's no fun to root for.
No, I was about to say, the last thing you want to do is root for defense.
Yeah, that's just no fun.
So he's going to take that as his 72.5 under. He's going to bet Houston +5.5.
That's
playing
a Friday
BYU.
night game. I think the other one's Thursday night, right?
Yeah, and then and actually Houston is his super dog at 5.5. 5.5 also.
So Houston now that's at Houston though, right? Or is it at BYU?
It's got to be at Houston, or it'd be a bigger line than that, I would think.
Yeah, I think it is at Houston. So yeah, Houston at home.
It's at Houston.
Houston at home, and Houston playing just their second game.
Yep.
I can believe that. That makes sense to me.
BYU struggled last week.
What's his super dog?
So Houston. He's taking Houston. Okay. Houston +5.5 and the super dog.
All right, Jamie.
Jamie's going. He likes that game. He's going to take the BYU Houston over 63.
Okay.
He thinks it's going to be a high scoring game. BYU's proven all year long they can score.
Well, and Houston scores too.
Yeah, except for last week, BYU couldn't score. And then Jamie's going to
sound like you know personally about
I do know. I kept. Why is it update? Why is it? It is updating. They're just not scoring. So yeah, Jamie's going to take also Miami -14. And I can't. Do you remember who Miami was playing?
Not off the top
I can't remember off the top of my head who Miami's got. But Miami looks better. They played Clemson tough. Clemson obviously beat them, but
that's not. Well, they already played Florida State.
Yeah, they played Florida State. I can't remember who it is now that they've got.
Okay.
And then Jamie's super dog, he's going to take the Green Wave again on Friday night. He's going to take the Green Wave Tulane +6.5.
Okay, all right. I am taking, I'll let you take a breath. I am going to take, in college, I am going Blowout City, ladies and gentlemen. Blowout City. And actually, this West Virginia versus Kansas game, I've got West Virginia -22.5. It opened at 27.
Wow, gone all the way down to that.
And it has fallen to 22.5. And I'm not exactly sure why. Les Miles is out. The coach, he's not going with Kansas.
Maybe that's the way.
To West Virginia. That might be.
That's the reason. Oh, he's not going to be there. Oh, okay.
Les Miles in there.
Bet Kansas then.
So I'm going to take West Virginia -22.5. I'm going to take Clemson.
They are going to bus wreck the Ramblin' Wreck Georgia Tech at Georgia Tech. 27 points. Yeah, the way with Clemson, they've been getting there at halftime.
I love your
They've
bet.
been getting there at halftime.
I know.
And you just wait a second. Maybe I ought to do it. Bet the first half instead.
You wonder, because they, just like last week, they got there and then they pulled everybody out.
They get there and they stay there.
All they needed was a score. Of course, they got down first and goal from the 1 and didn't get in.
Bruce Dickey, Superdog. I'm not leaving you. I'm not leaving you, Mike. I'm all for you. Mike Leach and the Mississippi State Bulldogs, +6 at Texas A&M. I don't know if this is more of a pro Mike Leach or an anti Jimbo Fisher.
Yeah.
It's one or the other.
Well, to back up your statement with that, one of my bets is Texas A&M and Mississippi State under 54.
Yeah.
So if that comes through, you've got a good chance on your Mississippi State +6.
I like it.
So,
I like it.
So I'm going to take that. And then I'm going back to the well with Notre Dame. Notre Dame -17 versus Louisville. They're at home. They're at home.
Why do you do it to yourself?
They're good. They are good, and they do get close to covering. They got close again last week. It just, like I said, one. If that guy gets in his end zone instead of getting tackled at the 2, then
exactly
I cover.
Right. They should have covered.
Yeah. So I'm going to take Notre Dame again and again. And Louisville's terrible.
Will they pay on shoulda?
They ought to. If I find a book that says, man, they should have covered that, I should. Yeah. And my super dog, I'm going to go. This team, UT San Antonio, played BYU last week.
UTSA, you're taking, huh?
Yeah, they're +7.5
against them.
Against Army. Listen, they played BYU tough.
You know how I love Army. You know how I love love Army. I love how the single wing or whatever it is, the double tight end thing, and they're just not consistent right now.
Yeah.
So I was going to take them to get back on the road. So I'm glad I didn't pick that.
Yeah, it's a super dog. But as far as I'm concerned, if you can play BYU tough, then you can possibly beat Army.
I don't blame you. We're going to take a quick commercial, wrap things up with the NFL here. When we come back, you're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. That's Lucas. I'm Bruce. Back after this. Stick around.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
When it comes to your banking, you have as many options as colors in the crayon box. That's why you can bank your way at Teutopolis State Bank. What works best for you may be different from what works best for your neighbor. Teutopolis State Bank is built to serve all your banking needs, whether it's online banking, mobile check deposit, text banking, or just stopping in to see them at one of their 3 convenient locations. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender, it's Teutopolis State Bank. Banking made personal since 1913.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Over there is Lucas Vaughan as we're going to talk NFL for the rest of the show. I presume, unless you want to talk LeBron and the NBA.
Yeah, I'm good.
Congratulations to the Lakers winning the NBA championship. Although I was rooting pretty hard for the Heat. Actually, I did.
Yeah, I'd rather the Heat have won that.
I watched like 5 minutes total of the NBA finals.
Yeah, that's probably about what I did, Bruce. Yeah, you're right at it.
And so yeah, congrats to the Lakers. Okay. Last weekend, we're beginning to have the effects of the virus are beginning to deal with the schedule a little bit now, aren't they, Lucas?
There's a lot of shaking up going. We had the double Monday night game. We had a Tuesday game. This week we don't have a Thursday night game, or don't.
I can tell you how it affects fantasy football.
Yeah.
I have on my fantasy. Nobody wants to hear about these fantasy sob stories, but I will tell you one, and then very quickly. I had 2 Patriots and a Bronco on my team.
Yeah. They're now on their bye week.
They became their bye week, and it became their bye week at a time when I couldn't get to a computer and make a change.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Yeah, so yes. So what do you do? What are you going to do? I lost without 3 players. Is what you do. Okay, like I said, it's beginning to take a little bit of an effect on some teams. Let's see how the NFC is doing.
The NFC East is doing spectacularly.
NFC East, the Philadelphia Eagles, they are on top. The head of Washington, the Cowboys, and the Giants. Poor old Cowboys. Dak Prescott out now for presumably the year, and pretty gruesome. Hope you didn't. Hope folks didn't vomit or anything when you took a look at that.
I think this is prior to Sunday's games, Bruce.
That's not current.
No, it's prior. So because.
Oh, that's last week's.
Yeah, that was prior. That was after Thursday's game. Do you have the newest ones, or that the
Those are last week's too.
Yeah.
Well, I thought I'd pulled them off, and I guess I pulled off the wrong ones.
But the East, NFC East is still terrible. Just so you know.
NFC East is still terrible. Okay. All right. So after last week's, the Packers are still undefeated.
Yep.
They
were on bye. Packers undefeated. There's only 3 undefeated teams now. Now the Buffalo got their butt kicked by Tennessee.
Tennessee's undefeated.
Tennessee's undefeated. Green Bay's undefeated. The Chiefs got beat by the Las Vegas. It's hard to say Las Vegas, not Oakland.
Yeah, it really is kind of difficult.
And then who was the other one that was undefeated? There was only 3, something like that, that was still undefeated.
Well,
I pull that back up and show you.
Well, Steelers are still undefeated.
Yeah, there you go. Steelers are still undefeated.
Steelers are still undefeated, a game short of everybody else. So, that's
because they got a bye given on them.
They had a bye, which
they were supposed to play Tennessee.
Tennessee, and that would have been a heck of a game.
Sure,
it's going to come up now. Next week? I think week 7, as opposed to
this Thursday night game was supposed to be the Chiefs versus Buffalo. Fantastic football game. Buffalo just played on Tuesday. They can't play Thursday, so now they've got the first game Monday Night Football on Monday.
What do you think of what do you think of Tuesday Night Football? This is
I love it.
The first Tuesday night game they played in
there's been 3 total.
The first one in 40 years or something like that.
Yeah, a long time. But no, listen. I like the double Monday night games. I like the 5 o'clock start Monday night game. So you get a 5 o'clock start, maybe a 7:30 one. Love that. I don't mind a Tuesday game, but. Don't give me the Tuesday game and take away my Thursday game. So, because I like my Thursday games too.
Yeah, I got to tell you, if you had a choice, though, you're going to take a Thursday.
Give me the Thursday one.
Yeah, I would too. I suspect I would too. All right, so the Packers, I'm going to ask you to talk about the Packers. Are they a legitimate 5-0? They're. I mean, that's a solid team. Are people making their changes for Super Bowl and stuff now? If you're a Packer fan,
yeah, if you're a Packer fan, because they're all got inflated egos and things like that. But no, I mean the Packers. They're preseason. I thought they were going to take a dive. I didn't think they was going to be as good as they are. They're good right now. The offense is playing well, even without Devontae Adams, which should be back either this week or next week. And their defense.
That's been the surprising thing to me, is because going into this season, people and going into the draft, everybody said, "Oh, you got to get receivers for Aaron Rodgers."
And there were so many great receivers in this draft, so many,
and they avoided them, and they're still catching the ball. Yeah. Geronimo Allison, I don't believe, is there anymore, and they made Geronimo Allison a free agent, catching passes elsewhere.
Yeah.
So I mean, Geronimo made some money, and Geronimo. I love the Illini, but he wasn't that good.
No, they've. It just shows how good, unfortunately, Aaron Rodgers is. I mean, he takes this skeleton crew of a cast that he's got around him, and they're still putting up 40 points a game.
What'd you think of what's the Drew Brees? Is he done?
No, I mean, he's 41 or 42, whatever he is.
Yeah. He basically threw one long pass on Sunday night.
Yeah. But you got to think that they're without Michael Thomas, and Michael Thomas ran a lot of those routes under that drew a lot of coverage to him that opened up the deeper passes also.
Yeah.
And so with him being out, he doesn't have that opportunity to throw the deeper passes like he did at that. With Michael Thomas.
Big game this weekend, probably the game to watch this weekend. We've talked about the Packers a little bit. Look, I've got new graphics there. Let's see where big game.
Man, I like it. Man, that's sharp.
You like that? And then the big game is the Packers. I like the other graphic better.
Is it? It's not the Sunday night game. The Sunday night's Rams and 49ers, right?
It's the Sunday afternoon game.
Is it the second set?
Yeah,
3:30 games. Okay,
but there's only two games.
Okay,
in the second set.
So
this one, and So basically, this is the one. The current spread is the Packers -1.5. Packers are expected to win by 1.5 points. Betting insights on the Packers. Green Bay games have hit the over 3 out of 4 times this season. Green Bay is a perfect 4-0 against the spread. Packers are 2-0 against the spread when favored by 1.5. Packers have an average of 38 points a game this season. Let's take a look at some of the Buccaneers. Tampa has a losing record against the spread by 2-3. 3 of Tampa's 5 games this year have gone over the point total, 60% of its outings.
And what was the over-under on it? 54, 50...
The over-under is 1.5 and 51.5.
51.5. So it's a little bit of a lower over-under.
Well, I don't know if this isn't one of our bets, either one of us, right?
No.
Either one of our show bets. So let's force you and I to make a call on this game. If the big game, we're gonna make a call on. If you got the Packers, this is gonna be in Tampa on 4:25 on Fox. Presumably, they're gonna fly in. I don't know if they're going to get Joe Buck to do that or if he'll stick around with baseball. But who are you picking and against the spread? Give me a score.
At Tampa Bay. Green Bay at Tampa Bay. Give me...
Tampa's got a pretty good defense.
Yeah, they do. Give me Green Bay and the over on this. The Bears just beat Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay... I guess I'm just not sold on them. I thought their defense would be better, but they gave up, 20 to the Bears.
Yeah. Mike Evans not quite fully healthy yet.
I don't know if Godwin's back. Ronald Jones has played well. Gronk looks like a shell of his former self. And the Packers are off of a bye, so they should be healthy and had 2 weeks to practice and scheme for Tampa Bay. So
we're not gonna argue about this because I'm going to take the Packers as well. I think it's a good bet. All right.
By the way, the game that they're up against for the second set of games,
it's Miami and the Jets.
Jets and the Dolphins. So
Which
choose the game, I guess.
Which I'm going to give. That's not going to be one of my show bets, but we'll get to the. Let me give the bonus. The bonus fun bet is what we're calling this one. The Bruce's bonus fun bet. It's the Jets plus 9.5 at Miami. The Jets are 0-5 against the spread. They're breaking the streak.
You know, sometimes you just bet with the Chiefs no matter what, and against the Jets no matter what, you'd probably be just fine every game.
This is the week. This is the week the Jets break the streak. That's not my show bet.
Yeah.
That's my separate fun bet. That's my pizza money bet.
Yeah.
How about that? All right. How did we do last week in the press?
Well, last week we did the same as college. We went 3-5 again. So as a week, we went to 6-10. So.
Always room to improve there.
6-10 with three Super Dogs.
All right.
So for the year, we're 22-16 in college, 19-20 now in NFL.
Oh, we're under on the NFL,
and 41-36 overall with like I said, some pretty nice Super Dog hits. So, you know, if you were dropping your money on your Super Dog hits,
God bless you.
You'd be all right.
Yeah,
so
you're doing okay. Don't beef yet.
No.
What are let's give us Weeze and Jamie.
I hate to, but we're going to. Weeze and Jamie are kind of all right. Weeze likes Cleveland plus 3 at Pittsburgh. Jamie likes Pittsburgh -3 against.
So
Cleveland.
they're against each other.
So they're against each other in that game. So no matter how we cut it, we'll be 1-1 in that one.
Well, now that's just silly.
Yeah, that's different. That's difficult. Weeze is also he's on the Rams -3 against San Francisco.
All right, I'm agreeing with Weeze
San
there.
Fran
That's
got
one of
rolled
mine.
last week. And
I've got the Rams -3 at San Francisco.
Yep.
Now that's the Sunday night game.
Yep.
A lot of people are thinking. I don't understand why people are thinking the Niners. I'm surprised it's just 3 points.
I think the Niners defense has been absolutely decimated by these injuries they've had in the past. They give up 42 to Miami coming across country.
Yeah.
That's tough.
And it wasn't, and could have been more.
Yeah. So Jamie's second bet's the Bears. He's on the Bears plus 1.5. That's what this number's at right now. It's a pick 'em right now. Carolina. Carolina. So the 4-1 Bears versus 3-2 Carolina.
Well, that's a tough ball game.
Yeah.
I was thinking about picking the Bears in that game too. I like the bet, Jamie. Good job. Or curse.
Yeah, Jamie. Good job from Bruce.
What was Weeze's second one?
He had Cleveland and the Rams.
Okay. My other one, I've got the Rams -3. I already said, and I'm going to take. It's the, sometimes you get a new head coach like Romeo Crennel. Comes in and the team gathers around, rallies around, and Atlanta has the opportunity today or this weekend to rally around Raheem Morris, and I got to tell you, I don't think they liked Raheem Morris either.
I don't think they like defense.
I don't think they like defense. They're going to Minnesota. They're given 4. I'm going to take Minnesota at home versus Atlanta. I do not see the coach kick at Minnesota.
You can't bet from Atlanta right now.
I'd rather bet the Jets.
Yeah, you could almost put them in the Jets equation right now.
I'd rather bet the Jets than the Atlanta Falcons right now. The Atlanta just looks that bad. Who you got?
I'm going to take it. Again, part of your game, the Falcons and Vikings over 54.
Okay, well, if it gets there, I'm fine.
Yeah, neither team really wants to play that much defense. They both want to score, so I'm going to go there. And then
can you imagine all these games in the 50s, betting in the 50s, even 2 years ago?
No, it would have been.
Never happened.
No, the two highest scoring teams in the league could play each other, and you might get the 51 or 52.
Yeah.
And now there's consistently 54s and 56s. Yeah. So
what's your other one?
I'm going to take Baltimore -7.5 against Philly. It's probably a sucker bet, but
I love it.
Philly hasn't seen Baltimore's defense.
So. We got about 30 seconds. 2 coaches have been fired so far.
And one of them is not Adam Gase.
And Adam Gase has not. Who's going to be next? I mean,
Gase.
Is it going to be Adam Gase? Is it going to be Matt Patricia?
No, I can't see that it's not Gase.
How is Adam Gase keeping his job this long?
He probably hadn't read the email yet. I mean, I think he's probably been let go, and they're just going to let it sort itself out. The guy's terrible. Terrible.
This from a Bears fan.
Terrible.
Well, I think you're probably.
I mean, they released Le'Veon Bell and paid him all kinds of millions of dollars just to go away. And that's Adam Gase.
Because he didn't like Adam Gase.
Yeah.
Lucas, thanks so much
Yes,
for being
sir.
here. Folks, thanks so much for watching. We'll see y'all next week. Have a great day. See you soon.